that. Testing, mic check, 1 2 1 2. Welcome to the
What it
den.
do?
Sometimes we have technical difficulties, sometimes we don't, but we're here now. If you are familiar with the den, then you already know what it is. If you don't, well, this is the best conversation on the internet. The reason why this is the best conversation on the internet is because of all of you wonderful people who join us Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. when we do go live. And around 8 p.m. We try to get on at 8. But we're going to have a great conversation. As y'all know, we got some gentlemen joining the den this evening. Some of them, both of whom you should be familiar with. If you're not familiar with, the shame on you. And if you're new to this, then, well, hey, we'll get on all of that. So, I'll allow these gentlemen to introduce themselves, and then we're going to get to a very, very interesting conversation today about black business, customer service, and the inequalities in treatment.
What's going on, y'all? This is your boy, Man Up. You know what I'm saying? Just come to chop it up with Mr. Honcho here. Let's go and see what it do.
Already glad to have you, Mr. Man Up. Who else we got joining us this evening?
You got your boy, Professor Trill. Get to have a good old combo. Let's do it.
Already. So, first let's see who we got joining us this evening, and then we will get into things. First, I got a story to tell. I'm going to share an article with you guys, and then we're going to get into it. So, I see Man Cave holding down the chat and the stream. Shout out John from New York. Nails by Nancy. The lovely Miss Sarah, how are you this evening? One, always good to see you. Beyond a funny nigga, I'm just saying your name. What's the motherfucking deal? Kendra Cologne, what's the motherfucking deal? Wise, what's the motherfucking deal? Only one lie, what's the motherfucking deal? Or how are you doing this evening, ma'am? The lovely Miss Trixie McFly, how are you doing this evening? And Dakota, fuck you. What you doing? I will stab you after this. And you know what I'm talking about. And the lovely Miss Mary, how are you doing this evening? So let's talk about it, right? Customer service, black business. And these are things we've touched on in the past. But I want to tell a story about something that happened recently, right? And let me see if I can pull this up while we talk about it. I think I have it in this window here. And so there's an article I'm going to read, and y'all wonder, like, who the fuck is this nigga behind you? You always got some weird-ass shit going on in the fucking picture behind you. Like, why? Why are you doing that? Why do you have this, right? Well, I'm going to show you. I'm going to pull this article up for you guys. And we're going to read along like fucking reading Rainbow. And then we're going to get into it.
Wait a minute, Hacho. Wait a minute.
What's that?
Man Up. Are you in the bat cave or the man cave? Nigga, you upside down as fuck, bro. What the
I
fuck
don't know,
going
man.
on, my nigga?
I'm messing up big time over here. What's going on? I don't know what's going on, man.
Man down, you man upside down.
The hell, man.
Let me see.
I dropped
God damn.
all my stuff today.
Might just have to flip your phone around, bro.
It ain't much. Hold on. It ain't working.
Oh, there you go. All right, there you go.
Yeah, you good now?
There you go.
Dang, I don't know what's going on. I'm having difficulty with the mug over here.
It be like that, man. It be like that sometime, It happens to the best of us, man. But let's pull this up real quick. And so, I want y'all to look at this nigga, right? And this nigga named Pujols, like Albert Pujols or something. This nigga definitely ain't no Albert Pujols. Swinging like that nigga. Anyway, Dunkin'. Of course, Dunkin' Donuts. They just shortened the name Dunkin', which is weird. Dunkin' customer died after employee punched him. Tampa police say. First, this is definitely a Florida man story. You know what I'm saying? It's always a Florida man story.
Yeah.
But this is where I talk about niggas and emotions. This is where we're going to talk about customer services. This ties into a lot of things. But let me read the story first so you guys can understand what's going on. And then we will dive deeper into it and kind of the psychological aspects behind it. Corey Pujols, 27, said he punched the 77-year-old man after the man called him a racial slur, according to an arrest report. The man later died. Pujols faces a manslaughter charge. Now, whether this old man did or didn't, nigga, stop believing that somebody calling you a nigga is legal justification to put your hands on. If you so choose to, and I'm not telling you not to, if you feel insulted, it's your choice to handle it how you choose. Probably not going to work out good for you depending on the situation, but there's no legal back. Well, you call me in there. Oh, well, you're free to go. That ain't gonna get you out of shit. So your best bet is to learn to control your emotions. But let's kind of get into the story and understand what happened, and then go from there. Dunkin' employee faces a manslaughter charge after punching a customer who then fell, hit his head, and later died. The single punch that led to the arrest of 27-year-old Corey Pujols was thrown May 4th at the Dunkin' store in the Marathon gas station at 410 South 50th. I don't know where it's at. I ain't finna go there. Pujols told the police the man called him a racial slur. Police and fire rescue crews were called to the store by 1:30 and found a 77-year-old man unconscious and bleeding from the head. Paramedics took the man to Tampa General Hospital where he was placed in intensive care. Not in the arrest report. The Tampa Police Department does not release the names of the crime victims due to the department's interpretation of Marcy's law. What is stupid. Like, whatever. Anyway, skip to that. Yada, yada, yada. The man first went through the drive-thru window and became upset about the service. Probably because niggas being there talking. Anyway, we'll get to that. Employees asked him to leave, right? Instead, he parked his car, went inside the building, and began arguing with Pujols, according to police. Pujols told the man that he was a regular customer was extremely rude. Why is a regular? That day, and Pujols called Pujols a racial slur, according to the arrest report. Pujols, who is black, asked the man to repeat what he said. He uttered the same slur. Pujols said he punched the man once in the face, causing him to fall. The slur is not included in the report. The store surveillance system captured video of the punch. I would like to see that. Video shows the customer did not touch Pujols, and the man appeared to hit the back of his head on the concrete floor after Pujols punched him, right? Pujols initially arrested on a charge of battery on a person older than 65. Jail records that in that arrest list him, this is a key thing because this has something to do with the personal story I'm going to share in a minute, as the Dunkin' store's manager. He was released the next day after posting $2,000 bail, right? And I wonder if they're like us, you pay 10%, so it might have been a $20,000 bail. You put 10% and get out. The customer died at Tampa General on Friday. An autopsy showed he had a skull fracture, brain contusions as a result of blunt trauma to the head. Doctor at the Hillsborough Medical Examiner's Office told the police that death would be ruled a homicide. Police obtained a warrant for Pujols' arrest on a charge of aggravated manslaughter of a person older than 65, a first-degree felony punishable by up to 30 years in prison. Jail records show he was arrested Friday at his apartment. He was being held Tuesday without bail. He has a public defender. Don't be committing crimes if you cannot afford a lawyer. We are deeply saddened by the incident at our franchise restaurant in Tampa. Dunkin' spokesperson said it's an ongoing investigation, etc., 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 right?
Honcho.
Yes.
I was going to let that slide, but come on. A nigga work at Dunkin' Donuts. Fuck you mean?
But don't commit no crime if you know you can't
The
afford.
nigga work at Dunkin' Donuts, Honcho. You know he ain't got no goddamn money.
Exactly, so don't commit no crime. Look.
No, I feel you, my nigga, but goddamn, what you expect? Of course he got a fucking public defender.
Oh, absolutely, man. And so, but that's why I say you got to think about these things.
Man, get on with the story, man.
Anyway, that's the damn story anyway.
Hurry fuck up.
Anyway, that's the goddamn story. Then they start talking about Dunkin' Donuts and a name change. So, this nigga who's behind me obviously looking very sad.
That's trash to begin with.
What? Dunkin' Donuts?
It's always gonna be fucking Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
We just gonna start calling it Dunkin', bro.
Yeah, I'm not with that shit. I'm not exactly. But they got some high ass coffee that's not that good. I'm gonna be honest, right? Because this fucking Dunkin' not that far from me. And I go out and go get coffee and shit. And there's the fucking convenience store right next to it. And then there's the fucking Dunkin'. Dunkin' cup of coffee for like a large, like $4 or $5, dog. And the shit ain't that fucking good. I go to the convenience store next door, get the same shit for $1.59. I get that Texas pecan or I get that fucking hazelnut, and that shit be way better than the shit coming at Dunkin' right next door. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. Dunkin' coffee is overrated. But if you like donuts and shit, hey, whatever. I'm preferably a Shipley's man, so I wouldn't go to Dunkin' for that.
Fact. I don't go to Dunkin' either.
Mm-hmm. So hearing this story, and I don't know if you guys read this. I think man, if you had heard it before, I don't know if Trill had heard this. What are your first feelings when you hear this shit? What do you think? What comes to mind when you hear this story?
Well,
I'm gonna let you go first, Trill.
Yeah, let me go first. I'm gonna have to start with the retraction. I know I said this a while back, and I stood by it. If you call me nigga, prepare yourself. Well, I think maybe, with age comes wisdom. I don't no longer feel that way. I really don't give a fuck no more. I really don't. That shit don't bother me. I would have just kicked the old ass man out. Take your grouch ass home and make your wife fix you some goddamn breakfast. If she dead, well, then you dig her ass up and go get her to fix you some breakfast. I would have just talked some shit back. Yeah. I'm not fist to hit no 77-year-old. Come on, dog. Ain't, bruh.
Wow.
77, my nigga. If I was that dude, brother, I'd be, man, let me in there. I'd beat that nigga ass, bro. Like 77? If he in his 40s, he might get slapped.
Yeah.
I ain't finna punch him. No, come on. No. 77? You know it. You cannot be, you can't fake 77, my nigga. You know this man old as shit.
Correct.
Hey, bro, there's no excuse for what he did. And just by thinking about it that way, that made me retract my statement, even though I've changed, you know, the way I thought about it for a while now. But there's no fucking excuse for what he did. None. No. If he wouldn't leave, call the police like you do with a regular motherfucker. You treat him the same way you would a motherfucker you couldn't whoop. That's what you do. Mm-hmm. And that's your safest fucking bet. Mm-hmm. And you the manager. Like, bruh, what the fuck? What kind of example you set? Oh, y'all just want to lay hands on niggas? All right. Let that man family come up in there and just start whooping y'all ass behind the counter. Donut holes everywhere. I ain't gonna feel sorry for you. I'm sorry. I'm just not. Nigga, hey, nigga, you gonna get slid right along with them glazed, nigga. Straight up, them nasty ass donuts. Fuck that. Nah, ain't no excuse for that. I don't care if the old man white, black, but nah, that man too old for that. Yeah. Stop the nonsense.
I agree. Man up, your thoughts.
Man, I look at it like this here. I'm glad Trill finally come to his senses on this, because at the end, I've always said this for the longest. Even in my 20s, I've always said this. I'm not gonna let no one else dictate my life over their stupidity. And this is basically what I'm saying right here in situations like this. Look, at the end of all this, man, I've said this years and years and years. We've talked about this, me and you before, Honcho. And Trill, we talked about this shit before. I'm not gonna let no one, put it like this here. In this country, you got freedom of speech, but you don't have the freedom of knocking someone out just because they offended you. Right. So if someone offended you, guess what? You could just say, you know what? Get the hell out of my face and go about your business. In this case, it was in a store. He's supposed to be the manager, all that good stuff. You could tell them to leave the store like Troy just said. Y'all know I'm from Texas. I'm not in Texas right now. I get stereotyped all the time. I said about like a week ago, somebody came up to me and asked me, is it difficult to ride a horse? How the fuck you know I rode a horse before? Just because I'm from Texas? Doesn't mean I have, but that don't mean that I, you know what I'm saying, rode horses before. I get called the N-word all the goddamn time. Guess what? I got a little girl to worry about. I ain't got these ignorant ass people to worry about.
Nigga.
See what I mean?
It be your own people, damn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But 17, he still got charged. He would have, even if the old man wouldn't have died, he still got the assault charge, and he still would have had to deal with it. He was only out on bail. You know what I'm saying? And then a new charge came up once that man died. So either way, he was still going to have to deal with some type of legal repercussion. Now it's just amplified. And Rooker, like I said, I agree with both of you. I want to show one more thing to the people. I want to show y'all how I came across this story, actually. Because we talk about wokey woke niggas. We talk about ignorant schools of thought. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Jesus.
And so I'm going to show y'all where I came. This guy right here. And I'll show you my response in just a moment. Like, because what happened is somebody shared this as though this was a cool thing. Like, this was something nifty, right? Let's see where we at. Make sure I got the right shit. Yeah, right here. Okay. Let me bring this up, right? This guy right here, Torre, he's one of them wokey woke weird ass niggas. A 77-year-old white customer at Dunkin' Donuts was upset about something, and he called a black 27-year-old employee the N-word. The brother told him, say it again. The old man did. The brother knocked him out. The old man fell, lost consciousness, and died. He fucked around and found out. It's a fucking stupid ass thing to say, right? And so, you know, my reiteration was, one, the old man didn't find out anything. He died. He's probably unconscious for the most part. The young man, before I read it was manslaughter charge, I thought he probably would have got murder charges. Said the young man will probably be gone for life over a word. 3, you get no points for smacking a person you know you have an obvious physical advantage over. And 4, you're dumb as fuck for sharing it like this was a win for black people. Goofy. Like, you got these motherfuckers who think that this was a success story. 2 people have lost their lives in this situation. The old man, who has lived a full life at the age of 77, he's lived his shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's good. He didn't have too much longer to go anyway, right? It was a wrap for him. Now, you got this young clown who has 27 years old. He should have more sense by then. But he's working, doing whatever. But you got so emotional that now you're going to lose probably 30 years of your life, more than you've even lived so far, in prison. You know what I'm saying? And what's going to go down in there is going to be some Dunkin' Donuts.
30 years of Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, exactly.
So he going to get glazed, too.
Exactly.
He's going to get seriously glazed.
Exactly.
God damn, man. Chill out. Chill out, bro.
I'm just being honest. He going to get glazed.
God damn, bro. Oh, you like donut-os, huh? Oh, man, come on, bro.
The jokes write themselves.
Yeah, dude.
And so that's
Hey, man, my bad.
No, go ahead.
Hey,
Over
but
there
check
in
this
the
out.
funk looking like a cinnamon twist. Yeah.
I said, look at you,
Outta
look at
here,
you.
bro.
Look at you.
I'm sorry, man. I got a definitive for jailhouse humor. That shit is funny to me, bro. It is. God damn.
Yeah.
God damn. This ain't them coming to jail, man. This ain't coming to our shit.
My bad.
But anyway, man. No, but for real though, I agree with you, Honcho, man. This dude basically lost his life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I don't know his situation. They didn't say anything about his situation. At least I did. I probably overread it if they did.
Yeah.
But I'm just going hypothetically on this one. What if he got kids?
Yeah.
What if he got a wife?
Mm-hmm.
Now, or maybe he don't have a wife. Maybe just kids.
Mm-hmm.
You are now gonna make them suffer over your own decision. Correct. This is one thing I teach my daughter all the time. One wrong, bad decision could make you lose everything you ever had in your life. Mm-hmm. Just one. And that's exactly what this guy here is doing. Look, at the end of the day, man, Hunter, you say it best all the time. Never let nobody take your power. Correct. And I've always said, I'm not gonna hang around no idiots like this. You know what I'm saying? If you want to try to disrespect me, even if I didn't have a wife and kids, I'm still not going to let you dictate how my life is going to go. That's for me to do. You know what I'm saying? If I want to act stupid, I'll go rob a bank and put my ass in jail. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to sit here and just say that these idiots, you know what I'm saying, come across and be like, want to say something stupid. Now, I feel like I got the right to punch him. Even if, like you say, even if he didn't die, that's still assault. You're still not going to get away with that. Correct. So I don't understand the point behind all of this, though. I really don't.
I agree. If you're going to do something, at least do something with some upside. Like there's a possible benefit at the end. There's no win for you. Punching the old man, what you going to go back? You get no street credit for that shit. You get nothing. You get fired and fucking go to jail. Like, no, you don't get no brownie points for that, dog. It's a 50-year age gap. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes no fucking sense. But again, niggas, and I've said this a lot, when the majority, or you have a significant amount of niggas being raised by single females, they're raising emotional men. And like I say, when I talk about these young niggas that they be calling gangster and all this, it's just a bunch of emotional niggas with guns. Because niggas get upset over the most asinine shit these days. Like, I get it. I get the history of the N-word and the N-bomb, and, you know, some people say it, some people don't. You know, all of these things. And I know everybody thought it was amazing when old buddy smacked old buddy with the twisted tea can and all of that shit. Like, and that was a different situation. That shit was fucking hilarious. Even though he technically wasn't justified, that dude was younger and a bit more aggressive. You know what I'm saying? So I could almost see, you know, going in. Because like I say, when nobody kicked at the can, that's when he kind of set that shit off. But this is an old man, dog. This dude probably coming from the old folks' home, dog. Like, who even knows? And you feel like you getting brownie points by punching. And the fact that, and this is why I feel like they're going to hit him with the max and he's going to get all of it, is because it became premeditated when he asked him to say it again.
Asked him to say it again. Absolutely.
And so he knew it, that what his intentions were. He asked him to say it again. When he clearly could have said, you know what? I'm not going to tolerate this. I'm going to go walk off, like you said, call the laws, let somebody else handle it. You know what I mean? That's the time that niggas need to be using the laws in their favor. You know what I mean? And it's like, imagine Kate Grace stomping on Miss Karen Sue at the hair salon. I can see that. I can see Miss Grace dragging somebody by the hair, slinging them around the hair salon. I don't know why, but I can
Grace
see
ain't finna do shit.
They gonna tell Miss Grace, her hairdresser, gonna say, Miss, you look like a BLM supporter. Miss Grace gonna lose it. She's gonna put in a torture rack.
Maybe then, yeah, she probably do something then. Yeah, I give it out.
BLM my ass.
Wow.
You know we love you, Miss Grace. But like I say, it's a crazy situation, but there's no justification, right? There's no justification whatsoever for doing that, dog. But what you had in that comments, if you go back and look at old buddy's comments, that there were people who were encouraging the behavior, who were like, oh yeah, he got him. No, he didn't. He didn't do shit. Like, there's no fulfillment in that. That man has lost his life, right? The old man lived his life. Again, he was amazed that he probably made it through Corona. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you didn't did what you did, and it's a wrap for you. Like, man, I'm saying, if this man has kids, a family, whatever, now they've lost their pop. They've lost any influence. He might not have been a good influence anyway, behaving like that. But, you know, the fact that whatever income he may be bringing in, whatever he may be doing to contribute, that is no longer there, right? And so it's over. It's a wrap. And it's unfortunate, man. Like I said, it's really sad. But I say all this to tie into the main theme of what we're talking about tonight, and that is customer service. And black folks. And we've talked about this before. We've talked about primarily black-owned restaurants. We've talked about black employees and how they act in certain places. This is kind of a situation where this is a manager, right? This is a manager, black employee, and he wilding out like he in the streets, like he in the fucking club or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you in here beating up customers. You know, if you knew the man was irate, and the fact that this guy was a regular means that you may have had some familiarity with him, that maybe something's telling you that this dude having an off day. Hey, you know what, Chief? Mr. So-and-so, I'm going to let you make it today. This is out of your normal behavior. You must be going through it. You know, I can't deal with you today. You're going to have to leave, or you're going to have to, you know, do whatever. But instead, here we are. And the real reason prior to this story I wanted to talk about customer service, because I actively try to support quality black businesses. You know what I'm saying? If I see a black business that's quality, I will do my damnedest. You know, if it's a service, if it's a food product, you know, I'm going to diversify what I eat, so I ain't just eating at black places. But, you know, I try to do business. You know, I try to support. So there's a particular venue that I was going to, and they served like drinks and things, various, you know, drinks or whatever. And what happened with them is, you know, it's really a matter of convenience that I'm going, okay, well, you know, they got fruity drinks here, whatever. We'll go here and get some shit for the family. But then you go, and this place is ran primarily by black women. Now I go in there, and all the ghetto stereotypes we talk about, all the over
goddamn,
is there. Every last one of them. Super amount of weave, just this Pocahontas shit going on, the fucking nails just all whatever, piercings all in the face, super heavy makeup. Fine, whatever. If that's you, I'm not the judge. You can have all that shit and still provide quality service. That's not necessarily a determining factor in the level of quality you're going to get, but it's a telltale sign that you probably have an idea who you're dealing with. So I've gone to this place multiple times. And it's just like, every time it's something. First you come in there, they just look at you like, what you want? And I'm like, okay, so what's good here? You know, it's my first time. You know, this, that, and the third. Whatever. Go back the next time. Hey, I wanted to get this thing and this thing that I got. Like, oh, we ain't got that. Okay, well, any other recommendations? You finally kind of get that. Whatever. Next time you go, they ain't got the out of product. They sell one thing, and they're out of that one thing. And so it's like, why are you open, right? So I went over there, I think Sunday. I go by there, and we'll talk about managers. I go by there. The lady's outside on her car, laying down on her car with her 2 kids. Right. Store's empty. There's really nobody there. No big deal. I'm just not a judgment thing. Hey, you want to get out the store? You ain't got nothing else to do. It's fine. So I go in. Before I go in, I open the door. Right. I allow her to walk in and her 2 kids. Would anyone in the chat like to guess what she said when I allowed her to walk in? When I held the door for her and her 2 children? I mean, I'm going to make it easy for her. She ain't say shit, right? But one of her small sons said, "Thank you, sir." Then he proceeded to hold the door open for me. And I said, "Hey, thank you, young man. I appreciate that. Walk in." I don't understand how a child has better manners than their parents. Obviously, they didn't pick that up from them, you know. So we get in there, and I tell her this is what I want in this particular way. She asked me, "Okay, this is how you want it?" And I said, "No, this is the way I want it." I explained specifically. She still gives me the wrong shit. I don't even trip on it. I still leave a tip, whatever. You know what I'm saying? The next evening or a day or two later, I go back, and like I said, I go in there. There's nothing there. They don't have nothing. I walk right back to, "Oh, well, before you order something, we ain't got no drinks." It's like, this is a store for drinks. So how do you not have, like, why are you even fucking open then? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is all you serve. So why are you even fucking open? Like, why don't you put a sign on the thing? You know what I'm saying? Every time I come here, y'all missing some ingredients. Y'all ain't got this, y'all ain't got that. So I said, fuck it. I'm going to go find me another spot. So I sat outside, maybe about 5 minutes. So I'm going to Google Maps looking for shit. Hey, it turns out it's something about half a mile up the street. Ride my happy ass half a mile up the street to a place I've never been before, to a white-owned establishment of the same caliber, right? This establishment, I don't have to get out of my vehicle. Young lady comes to the car. Now, she's pregnant. And I'm looking, I'm like, okay, what's going on here? But like I say, very polite, very nice. You know, I asked, what do you guys got here? And just very, like I say, just seeming like she was actually happy to be at work, as opposed to the ones who just look like they mad they here, they mad you ordering shit. I'm mad that you spending money in my establishment that keeps me employed. Like, instead of that mentality, she was very pleasant. Actually even hooked me up, being my first time there or whatever. Great service. Been back a couple times since. Great service. Went by today, and it was a new young lady. Young white girl. She made a mistake because she was taking over. She said, I don't know the prices. She apologized profusely. And it was unnecessary because I was actually in the Discord when it happened. So they all heard me. They were like, damn, she apologized. She way nicer than the other place because they've heard me. I usually be on the Discord during the day, so they hear when I go places and stuff like that. And they're like, wow, she apologized a couple of times. She came back, gave me the price, gave me everything. She came back, she said, I'm sorry it took so long. Didn't even take that long, really. Like, none of it was a big deal. But she was polite, she apologized, and I left her a nice little tip. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you appreciate that. The small shit matters. You know what I mean? The small things fucking matter. But it's like our people, we seem not to get that for some reason. Or we feel like we're entitled that if this is a black place and you black, then you're supposed to be here. You're supposed to just spend your money, or you're just supposed to accept whatever type of service you receive from this place. And so I'm wondering why that is. Do you guys have maybe an experience similar, or do you have a feeling on why do you think a lot of our people are like that? Of course, not all. We're not going to all police. Let's just throw the caveats out there before everybody do that. Just, But well, how about you fellas? Like, have you had an experience like that? Or have you noticed a comparison or different places you've been in the level of customer service you may receive between various races?
Go ahead, Trill.
I went first last time. It's on you.
All right. Well, I kind of had experiences like that myself before, too. And I'm going to go back to what you were talking about holding the door open. Because some of y'all know what I do for a living. I'm not going to put it out here, but some of y'all know what I do for a living. So, of course, I'm out doing my thing. Somebody asked me for something. I could tell them, I'm sorry, I don't know. I'm trying to keep it vague because, but y'all, like I said, some of y'all know what I do. But anyway.
You're a wrestler.
Yeah, baby. Y'all see these belts behind me? Man down, baby. Man, I hit y'all with the man down. Y'all see these belts? You know what I'm saying? I'm in the WWE Hall of Fame. Y'all see my shit? Nah, I'm just playing. Nah, but so they're like, so I'm just gonna go and say this. A black lady would ask me what something was at. She gets mad because I can't tell her. So here come a non-black lady. Excuse me, can you tell me where this is at? By her saying it like that, I'm like, I don't know, but I can get somebody that can help.
Yeah.
But the black girl come up to me, where is this at? Like I'm supposed to know. You know what I'm saying? Even though I did know, but it's your attitude.
Correct.
That's why I say I don't know. You know? Now, let's go back to what you were talking about holding the door open. I had that experience one time before too. And this was years ago, and I never forget this, because I was talking with somebody about this a few days ago, actually. I was saying this here, I was like, you know what? This here kills me. I never forget this. And this happened basically simultaneously. I go into a place, I hold the door open, woman look at me, she's with her friend, she look at me, he's a man, he's supposed to. I look at her, I'm like, I ain't gotta do shit.
Yeah.
So I end up holding, when I'm ready to leave, I hold the door open for another lady to come in who is not black. Thanks, sir, I appreciate it. I said, no problem, you have a great day. Stay safe. Just like that. So it's like, what's up with the attitude with our people? And then you expect for us to be kind of nice to you. Well, you're not even kind of nice to us. Right. So it's like, I'm gonna give you what you give me. Right. That's what I'm trying to say. And if you can't understand that, the hell with you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure, Trill, you got a similar experience.
Well, mine happened not too long ago. I was in the Dallas area, and as most of y'all in the Discord know, I'm a frequent DoorDash user since I drive trucks. Easy to just to have them deliver the food to me, right? So I tried this burger place out. But this was just literally a fucking burger place. They didn't offer drinks on DoorDash. And I didn't want to drink no soda or nothing that was in the fucking truck stop, so I ordered drinks from another place. So the drinks were being delivered by a black chick. The burger was being delivered by a white lady. Now, I didn't know that before they called me, and then I figured it out. Well, I left specific instructions of where I was at this truck stop. Hey, I'm behind where the trucking fuel island. I'm parked in the one row of parking that there is here. There's no other place for us to park. And I'm at the very fucking end. Very simple instructions, right? So the girl calls me, well, where you at? I said, I'm parked behind where the trucks fill up in the one parking row that they have on the very end. You can't miss me. Okay. Well, I don't know where that's at. Can you just come up to the store? I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever, fine. I'll give me a little exercise. Of course, at this particular truck stop, where I am is the very farthest point you can be from the damn truck stop, right? So I ain't tripping. I make the trek up there. I'm in the store. She called me back. Where you at? I said, I'm in the store. Where are you? Oh, I'm outside looking for you. I had to catch myself because it pissed me off so quick. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to use an expletive, but I didn't. I was like, ma'am, you called me and told me to walk to the store. I said, give me a few minutes because it's far where I am. And when I get here, now you're outside. Are you here or not? She was like, yeah, I'm here, but I don't see you. And by that time, she come walking back in the store. I said, I see you. I'm walking towards you. So I got my stuff, right? And as soon as I grabbed it, before I was able to hit the door, my phone rang again. It was the other lady with my drinks. Hey, sir, I'm at your truck, but nobody's answering. And I said, oh, ma'am, I apologize. My other order, she couldn't find where my truck was. So I had to come all the way up here to come get it. And she was like, well, the directions were pretty simple. I said, ma'am, I thought so too. And then when I got there, she was a pleasant Caucasian lady. Didn't mind the wait of me walking all the way the fuck back to my truck. Didn't mind the wait at all. She was very nice and polite. And I'm just like, why can't we get the same level of service from our own damn people? I don't get it.
I don't understand. And it was super funny because I remember that. I remember when that happened, and you actually posed the question in the chat. We were in there pretty deep, and you said you had 2 experiences, and you asked to guess who was what, or guess the age and the basic demographic of each one, and you told us the story minus any details. And I remember it. I remember I called and I said it was that one was black, probably early 20s, and the other one was probably white lady, more middle age, 30 plus, in that range. More
exactly right.
And it was just like, and instantly nigga was like, you call it. And one, for those of you who do or don't know, I DoorDash myself on occasion, and so I get it, and I make that a thing.
And he also eats people's food. Don't leave that out.
On occasion. If it smells good enough, the order might get lost. It's not my fault.
Really?
Caught you on video, Honcho. I set the proof. Everybody saw you on video.
Really, Honcho?
I ain't never ate nobody motherfucking food. No, except I ain't gonna lie. Except that time, unless they cancel that shit, and I got the fucking order, and it was like, well,
yeah.
The next one. I had some Chipotle.
Can't do nothing else.
Yeah, it's like I can't. What I'm supposed to fucking do with it? But
take it back.
Because trust me, I wouldn't want nobody fucking with my shit, so I give people the same treatment. But that's what I'm saying. And the fact that a nigga was able to predict that is the real sad part about it. It's funny, we laugh about it, but in reality, it's sad. Because why is that a stereotypical behavior? Why is being pleasant a stereotypical behavior? We had the argument over here, and we've seen it on other channels when we talk about our own folks, smiling is a bad thing. You come off too friendly, you come off weak, you come off like... You can't be you're on a job, motherfucker. You ain't beefing. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? You ain't like, what the fuck? You're supposed to want people to use your service. You're supposed to want people to buy your product. You're supposed to want people to frequent this business. So make them feel good for being here, not like a fucking dickhead for giving you their fucking money and getting subpar service. You know what I mean? And so I don't understand. I can't comprehend, why we're like that.
Let me give y'all a couple scenarios.
Okay.
This literally happened to me today, actually, at the store, at Home Depot, actually. I want y'all to guess the nationality. If you want to guess the age range, that's up to you. I want you to guess the nationality. I'm at Home Depot. I'm getting a new shower rod for my bathroom. I'm walking around. I can't find it. Can't find out where that section is at. Now I pass up several Home Depot employees. Now, one of them say nothing. But this one particular person, like I said, I'm going to let y'all guess the nationality and the gender. That's what I want y'all to guess. I just said it. Well, guess the nationality. She said, I seen you walking around. Can I help you? I said, yeah, I'm looking for a shower curtain, shower rods. Oh, what is that? She literally gets out her phone. I don't know if it was a store phone or her own personal phone. I don't know. But she grabs her phone. She looks it up. And she said, oh, it's right over here. I was actually like 2 hours away from it, actually, at that point. I must have kept passing it up. Anyway, and she literally walks me to it. Now, I get the shower rod. I'm finna, get ready to leave. I said, oh, shit, let me grab something else. Now, the second person, now, scenario 2, guess the nationality. This was a lady as well. I walks up to her. I said, hey, where's your laundry detergent at? I don't know. Can you tell me which is which?
Shit, that's easy.
This literally happened to me today. Earlier today, after I dropped my daughter off at school. This happened today.
Alley-oop. I'm definitely going to say that number 2 was the black woman. And I feel confident saying that. And I feel saying that number 1 is of Caucasian descent. Or possibly.
The first one was I think I'm going to guess, like 19, 20-year-old Caucasian woman, Caucasian female. And the second one was I want to say like an African, I guess an African. I couldn't really tell with the accent, but I'm gonna guess an African woman.
Was she older?
I'm gonna guess in her mid to late 30s. Just a guess. Okay. I might be wrong.
Okay. And that's actually kind of surprising with the other one being younger. Sometimes you see that the just younger people as a whole are not too helpful. So that's actually surprising that the white girl was a young one.
I was shocked by that. But
But at the same time, we done all been to Chick-fil-A.
Yes.
Yes. My wife loves it.
My
wife loves it. I don't, but my wife loves it.
Whoa. What you mean you don't? What the fuck wrong with you?
Hey, man, I don't like chicken.
Wait a minute. I have never known a nigga to turn down some chicken. Man up, what the fuck?
That's the Lord's
I didn't say I turned down chicken.
Well, nigga, that's chicken.
Go on with the story.
And it ain't just chicken, it's the large chicken.
Yeah, I've been
going with your story.
Yeah, I saw that too. That Chick-fil-A coming with the short niggas on the sauce now. That's how we look. You got gas shortages. You got chicken shortages. The motherfucking Tyson talking about the roosters ain't fucking, and now Chick-fil-A talking about they ain't giving out no salt. Man, these might be the end times, bro.
Nah, it ain't the roosters. It was that fucking freeze. It killed a lot of the chickens.
But now you know what they said. They blamed the excuse as it was underperforming chickens. That's a thing they put. They said the roosters are underperforming. I'm like, what kind of shit?
Nah,
is
that's
that?
a lie.
It's like shit.
That's a lie. I talked to the truckers myself, the people that hauled them.
Yeah, okay.
Them
so they
clucking motherfuckers.
Yeah, I can imagine that freeze was
unfortunate. Yeah, like that.
But like
it killed a lot of.
And it's craziness though. It's unfortunate though that stat. So like, what does this stem from? Like, is this a home thing? You know, are we not teaching ourselves? Are we not encouraging that behavior at home, and then you take that out into the world? Or are jobs not properly training their employees? I mean, what is the source of this that you think that this is so common? You know, because even people in the chat, you know, are talking that you can tell that, you know, they probably had similar experiences too. If you've had an experience, share it in the chat. I definitely will read it.
I'm gonna let you go, man, up, because what I say is it's gonna rock the boat a little bit.
I think what I'm gonna say rock the boat too, because y'all know this. I grew up around nothing but females, so I can go years and years talking about this. But anyway, what I'm gonna say is this here, man. I think it is, you know, starting with how you were being raised at home. Mm-hmm. Now, you do have the mindset to change that once you get older. You go out into the world, you have that mind because you know better. I don't care what you was taught at home. I don't want to hear that crap. This is how raised, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, whatever. I grew up in a bad neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have all the great things in life, but guess what? I know how to change my mindset when I hit the world on my own. Now, I'm also say this here. Sometimes I think these people think that you just owe them something. Yeah. That's just how I feel about it sometimes. Because if you look at the situation, what's the attitude for? You don't know me, I don't know you. What the hell you thinking that I owe you something because I'm a man and you're a woman, I'm supposed to do this, I'm supposed to do that? No. It's kind of like y'all comparing Chick-fil-A and McDonald's. Like I said, I go to Chick-fil-A for my wife. And of course, we all go to McDonald's from time to time. At the end of the day, we all know McDonald's got fucked up customer service. Let's just go and call it what it is. What you want? What the hell you mean what I want? I want something to eat. What's going on? What's your specials? You got any specials? I know different areas have different, you know, deals going on, blah, blah, blah. I know it's McDonald's, but in certain areas got different things going on. I don't want to hear that. I go to Chick-fil-A. My wife wants, I can't think of the name of the sandwich off the top of my head, but anyway, she wants a sandwich. So, yeah, can I help you? Oh, would you like this with that? Oh, what kind of sauce would you like? Oh, would you want to add a drink with that? You know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Doing what they're supposed to be doing. Now, how come we can't get that as human beings on this earth? I didn't do nothing to you. You didn't do nothing to me. Hey, how you doing? If you don't want to speak, that's fine. I'm not telling you to do so. But at the end of the day, your attitude, what you put out to the world is what the world gonna give you. That's just what it is in the discussion.
Yeah, the energy you put out is definitely what you're gonna receive back. But some people don't feel that way. They feel like they get to act however they please, and that you should still treat them a certain way. Like they don't comprehend that your energy is why you get into the situations you get into. It's super simple. We ain't fucking with no in and out, Miss Gray. We don't do that in and out talk in Texas. It's Whataburger or nothing. If we make comparisons, we don't fuck with no in and out around. It's in and out they just built around here. I'm about to try to burn that bitch down for the last 2 months.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Nah, fuck that. If that motherfucker burned, I did
nigga,
that. Nah, goddamn
allegedly.
it, I did this. Fuck it or not. Nah, but
The
nah.
words that are expressed in the next few moments of this broadcast are not affiliated.
Oh, this is pure entertainment. Don't take anything
Woo-wee.
being said here seriously. It's a bunch of niggas talking shit. Nah, but I do have a problem with how many in and outs they do have going up towards Austin, San Antonio. Very sickening. You think it's little California, but Austin already trying to be a little Silicon Valley. It disgusts me. You want to get them out of tech. Dallas and Austin can leave for all I give a shit. But Trill, you said you have some thoughts on this.
Ladies, buckle up.
Uh-oh. Let me get my seatbelt.
This boils down to a severe disdain that black women seem to have for black men. I don't know why. You just feel like you could just take it out on all of us when a few of us probably done fucked you over, which I get that part. But I don't know you. I ain't done shit to you. I'm actually being polite to you. Why can't you reciprocate that? And before you ladies even say anything, oh no, here we go again. You got 3 black men on this panel right here telling you this shit that happened to them recently. This ain't something that we brought up from 3-4 years ago. No, this shit is recent. And I guarantee you we got more stories that we could tell you about this shit. But what do? We may respond in the moment. Most of the time we don't, because I don't. But I be wanting to. But I just don't be wanting to deal with it. In my mind, I just be like, well, fuck you then, bitch, and then just go on by my business. That's just how I roll. I got somewhere to be, and people paying me to be there. You don't treat everybody like that. I have literally seen cases where there could be people of other persuasions in the line, and they actually be nice. Then when I get up there, you just give me the stupid look. What can I get you? Bitch, I want some chicken. It's a fucking chicken store. What the fuck else you think I want? What are the specials? Well, and then she just pointed up to the board. I say, ma'am, 2 of the damn screens ain't even on.
Oh, damn.
What are the damn specials? Oh, you don't even have a menu, now do you? Well, no. Well then you supposed to know. Where's your manager at? He ain't teach you this shit? In case the boards go out, you supposed to know something. Nah. Hell no. Our people, man, we so goddamn trifling and lazy, it don't make no fucking sense. And it's fucking frustrating. It's like, your job is pretty fucking simple. Why are you making it so difficult? It don't have to be this hard. So the way to make your job easy is to know what you need to know, get me in and get me the fuck out. Be done with me. Don't have me sitting here have to play 20 questions with your stupid ass. I don't want to have to do that. I want to get my chicken and go. I got somewhere to be. And I don't know why, black women. Y'all need the answer for this shit. And yeah, I'm lumping all you motherfuckers together. All of y'all.
I be saying the same thing.
All of y'all. So don't try to all police. You can all police me on this one. I'm saying all you motherfuckers. Y'all got these goddamn fucked up ass attitudes when the nigga come around asking you for something when you know what the nigga's fucking asking you for. I don't know why. Why that is. Why y'all want to play this game? It's not beneficial to none of us. We both losing. I'm losing time and you looking stupid. Why? So for all the black women in there, and I'm speaking specifically to you because this is a racial issue, I need you to stand front and center, stand on your own 10 and explain this shit. And I don't want to hear that, well, I'm not like that. Nope, because you done seen these bitches too. I need you to explain why your sister do that, and I guarantee you didn't check her. I guarantee you didn't. You just said, ain't my problem, whatever. But like we talked about the other day, that bitch is fucking up your, what is it, racial image, Honcho? What's that what it is?
Ethnic image, yeah.
Ethnic image. She's fucking up your ethnic image. That's exactly what she's doing, and you letting that narrative continue by not saying nothing. Because we can't say nothing.
My bad. I've said this plenty of times. I even tell my wife this. I say women need to tell other women the truth.
Correct.
And the reason why I say that, I said, okay, let's just take the word bitch for a reason. For example, excuse me. If a man call a woman a bitch, he's rude, disrespectful, he need to be locked up, blah, blah, blah. That's a bad thing, right? Now let's take the word bitch and a woman call another woman a bitch. She's jealous, she want to be like me, blah, blah, blah. So that's not so bad. So I said, I think women need to tell other women the truth. And the reason why I think they don't, this is just my personal opinion. The reason why I think they don't, because they know if they was to tell them the truth, then there'll be more competition out there for them. You see what think about where I'm going with this. There'll be more competition for them. So if you want to act stupid, you know what I'm saying, you're going to be left in the dirt, while this one that's not acting stupid is going to shine. That's just my personal opinion.
That's a very interesting tab. Might be a whole damn stream in itself, man. You might have just fired something up right there. That's a very, very interesting take. Shannon, we're talking about poor customer service from our people compared to other races and how they treat us. I kind of want to piggyback on something, right? And again,
No, wait a minute. No, we ain't finna piggyback on shit. No, if we gonna call it, we gonna call it. Niggas, I gotta talk to y'all too.
Oh, I was getting to that. That's where we going.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead. All right, my bad. Go ahead.
That's where we going. So,
yeah.
And again, niggas have poor customer service. So I'm not gonna leave men out of this.
Fuck no.
It's not the level of rudeness that you get from black women. Now, it may be incompetence. It may be some goofy shit going on. But it's not the same level of like rudeness and blatantly kind of disrespect. Because a nigga knows it can go past this fast food order. You know what I'm saying? Because you're a man. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll beat your bitch ass over this burger. Like you like, and I know people are like, oh, it's just a burger. What? Nah, it's more than that. There's principles to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like a nigga, there's a risk that comes with that. So I think niggas, they do it too. But with men, it's like it's a different level of incompetence. It's not that same level of blatant like, well, you figure it out type shit. You know, do the niggas be fucking up. But like I said, you know, a nigga knows that you play with the wrong dude like that, it could be way worse than what you getting on this job. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't want to count them out, and like I say I don't want to dismiss them. So for those who are saying it, but women do it in a way because they know they shouldn't be getting touched, or they shouldn't be talked. They feel like they shouldn't be talked to this way because again that sense of entitlement, and so they do some of the crazy shit. Just like you're saying, 17. I was in picking up an order the other day, like I say with the door dashing, and it's just kind of shipping on women. But yeah, a chick on the phone, like she talking to her manager, right? I'm sitting here. She telling this long ass story, going on another 30, 45 seconds, telling this goddamn story. And the order I'm waiting on is like right there, right? And if she finally turns, oh, what's the order you need? So here you go. And then go back and say like, you could have stopped that raggedy ass stupid fucking story you was telling, because the story wasn't good. I was listening. It was a stupid fucking story. You know what I'm saying? You could have stopped that shit, gave me my shit. I could have been on by my way, and you could have bored the fuck out that nigga on your own time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. And then just to kind of piggyback on two other quick things, and why I say it is the way we're raised. It's not just in the job. You know, we don't understand where when you come into work, your bullshit stays home. You know, like that's nobody else's problem but your own.
True.
Talking about holding the door up. This is why I say I believe it's black women's attitude. Y'all were on the thing with me when I told you that one day I was dashing. I told the story I think here the other day when I had 2 armfuls full of Denny's shit. You know what I'm saying? And there's 2 doors to leave the fucking Denny's. You know what I mean? Hispanic couple or Hispanic family holds the door open for me. You know, I say thank you, whatever. As I'm going out the other door, black woman coming in, ain't nothing in her hand, nothing but a bonnet on her fucking head. I got 2 fucking arms, and I'm like leaning to hold the fucking door, and she just looked me up and down and walk in, don't say shit. And I was just said, damn, a bitch could have said thank you. I was annoyed as fuck. Like, and usually, like I said, I just kind of let it slide. Like Trill said, just in my head. Nah, this time it left my head, dog. Like, and she heard me. I know she fucking heard me. She ain't say nothing because she knew she was in the fucking wrong. And if she would have, she'd have got a bag of Denny's upside the head. But it's like, that shit is uncalled for. Like, why are you so entitled? I went to HEB today before the fucking stream. And you know how it goes. You have certain lanes where you can go both directions. So I'm on the right going down the shit. It's a bitch walking in the middle of the shit, the opposite way of flow of traffic. And she just walking. And so I'm like, stopped. I'm at a standstill. Otherwise, I have to run this bitch over. and she on her fucking phone. She look up at me like I'm in the wrong, and she stays and keeps walking there. Like, until she get to the car and then move around. Like, bitch, you could have been moved around 20, 30 feet back there. Like, and it's just, you gonna look at me with them raggedy ass fucking caterpillars on your eye, with these fucking ugly piercings in his face, this raggedy ass yaki you got on your fucking head. Like,
How did I know?
Dog, like, I wanted to get that bitch with a fucking elbow drop. I wanted to park the car, jump on top of the roof, and just, hit her with the fucking elbow drop. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, don't nobody owe you shit. If I'd have ran you over, I'd have been an angry nigga. Like, I got shit to do. You over here just strolling and talking on the phone. You ain't talking about shit. You probably looking at some shit on the shade room or whatever the fuck you doing with your bullshit ass self. Like, that shit is that sense of it, that rudeness, that it's all about me. I don't give a fuck how, my energy reflects on anybody else around me. And they think that shit is fucking okay. And that's why.
Real ass bitch give a fuck about a nigga.
Nah, exactly.
There you go.
Say that again.
Real ass bitch give a fuck about a nigga. It's song lyrics.
Yeah.
Heard that shit everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. But you were going.
But here's also the difference though, Honcho. Mm-hmm. If it's a dude, you can tell him something.
Yeah, straight up.
Black women can't tell us shit. Mm-mm. Nope. Because if it's a dude, because I said if it's a dude, you can tell him something.
Thank you.
If it's a black woman, you can't tell her shit.
Thank you.
Because I see the dude one time, right? I don't know where the fuck I was. But I mean, come on. I'm not a policeman. I'm not a drug tester. It was very easy to tell that this dude was under the influence of marijuana by the smell that was protruding from his body and the redness of his eyes.
Damn, my nigga.
And I just looked at him, I'm like, my nigga, you know we can smell that, right? Oh yeah, man, I'm faded like a motherfucker. I was like, nobody told you.
Puppy break real quick. Yeah, man, but she's a fucking bitch. She's a fucking whore. And I don't give a fuck how you feel about this shit. I don't have to do anything nice. If I'd have let that fucking door smack her in the fucking face, I'd have been all kind of hoe ass niggas, right? I got 2 fucking arms, I'm going out of my way to do something nice for somebody. The least you can say is thank you. And it ain't just her, it's every one of y'all. Y'all are all like that. The overwhelming majority of black women do that shit because they feel like, y'all already talked about how much y'all don't need black men for this, that, and the third, so y'all feel like y'all better than motherfuckers. Yeah, fuck her. She's a bitch. And I know she heard it, and I hope she heard it. I wish she would have had a nigga with her that she would have went and told so I could have beat his ass. I'm sorry, Trio. Carry on.
Damn.
Nah, bro, I was thinking the same shit in my head. I 100% concur. But anyway, I was like, bro, nobody told you can't come to work like that? And he was like, what you mean? I said, your parents didn't tell you couldn't come to work like that? Your boss didn't tell you couldn't come to work like that? You don't have nobody in your life to tell you that what you doing right now ain't right. Nah. Turned around and walked out. What the fuck is going on? What's going on? What are we doing?
I'm gonna guess that person's like in their mid to or early to mid 20s.
Absolutely.
How did I know
Absolutely. High than a motherfucker. Looked like he didn't even know where he was at.
Okay. Again, pause real quick. Obviously, I'm well raised because I opened the door for the bitch, right? It's not a big deal. Okay, and it's not a big deal to say fucking thank you. Y'all the same motherfuckers that say it's a big deal to smile, right? It's killing you to smile. That's not a big deal. Like white people fake the little fake smile all the time. They do it so much, fucking I start doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll take that shit. And then the motherfucking mean mugging me, looking at me crazy like, bitch, like you look like you want to square up. You know what I'm saying? No fucking self-hate. They ain't got self-hate. Self-hate is not wearing your real shit. You want to look like a fucking European. You come and slap yourself in makeup, try to fucking brighten your skin up, looking two-tone. That's self-hate. Holla at your females about that shit. That's fucking self-hate. I'm all natural. This all me. This 100% Honcho. What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, there ain't no self-hate over here. I love everything about myself. So obviously, you need to turn the mirror around because what you saying ain't making no sense. You talking emotionally. Make it make sense. And if you want to get on here and discuss it with it, I'll put the link in. If you want to jump on this picture, we can discuss it because talking back and forth in the chat, it ain't got to be. So if you feel a particular way, you want to jump in on the conversation, you more than free to do so. Like y'all, this is the problem. This is exactly what you were just talking about. When will black women start checking black women for their bad behavior? Oh, most well-raised men would open the door. What did I do? I had 2 arms full of shit. I couldn't even hold the door open with my arm. I'm holding it with my fucking foot. Off balance on one leg so the bitch can walk through. And she gonna look at me like I'm crazy. But I'm not well-raised. Get the fuck out of here. Come on, that's nonsense. Like, get out of here. That's what I'm saying. You gonna try to put some blame on me for doing the right thing? I'm wrong. It's not a big deal. I should have let that shit hit her dead in the fucking face. Anyway, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all don't hold each other accountable, and this is why we're in the situation we in right now.
I just want her to think about it like this. Say, for instance, you cooked your husband this meal. You made this whole romantic dinner. And then you asked him how he liked it. He just went, he'd be mad than a motherfucker.
I look at it like this here too, man. Yeah, y'all say all the time that black men mistreat you. Say it like Honcho said. You say all the time that you act like that you don't need us, or blah blah blah. We don't need y'all. All that good shit, all the crazy shit that come out your mouth. As soon as somebody do something good, you dismiss it. You throw it out the window. Excuse me, like it never happened. Correct. Going by the story that Honcho just told, I'm not saying he's lying, but if you got an arm full of shit and you holding the door open for somebody with your elbows and your leg and your knees and all that, thank you. Those two words goes a long way. It does. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny that all 3 of us is, like Trill just said, all 3 of us is telling stories that just happened. I told you a story that just happened to me today. After I dropped my daughter off at school. What happened? I got some good quality help from not even my own people who say they love us. I love my black people. I love my brothers and my sisters. But you mistreat us. So that old saying, action speaks louder than words. There you go. Action speaks louder than words. You cannot sit here and tell me you love me, but you mistreat me. Just like if your boyfriend, or husband, whatever your situation is, he'd say, "Baby, I love you with all my heart. I would never mistreat you." But then he slapped the shit out of you, knock your teeth out your mouth. You're gonna be like, "Wait a minute. All the words don't mean nothing then." This is kind of the same situation what Honcho is saying. We sit here, we go through this every single day with our own people, but people from other races treat us better than our own people. Now, you cannot sit here and tell me that you have never experienced or even seen something like this with your friends, yourself, your family member, anybody, co-workers, or you was at the store and you seen other people doing stuff like this. You cannot sit here and tell me that. And here's the deal. Yeah, we get it from black men as well too. But like Trill just said, you can tell us what we're fucking up at. And we'll take that shit into consideration. You tell a black woman where they fucking up at, motherfucker don't know me, he don't know me. How he gonna tell me this and that? I know that because hell, I experienced shit like that. So that's why I said women need to tell other women the truth. And I came to the conclusion that's why they don't tell other women the truth, because it's gonna make them look bad while there's other black women looking good.
And again, you gonna kind of come in here and say I'm angry because I did the right thing, right? But we're sitting here sharing multiple stories. It has nothing to do with anger. It's actually, and I've said this before when we was in the Discord, it's my disappointment in black women, period. Because I expect better. Like, I thought y'all were better than that. Obviously, I was wrong. So it's made me more disappointed in myself. Because there's been several issues we've had, and me thinking that, hey, maybe sound logic, common sense, human decency, that you possess these traits. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe you feel justified in lacking those things. Everybody else in common society has these traits, engages in these behaviors, treats each other decently. The only ones who don't, the only ones who feel they're entitled are fucking black women. Yes, sir.
I'm sorry. I want to cut you off. Bad and Bougie, I don't know if you heard what I said. I said this story happened to me years ago, and Honcho just said something happened to him a few days ago. I said this happened to me a while back. I hold the door open for a black girl and her friend. She looks at me, looks at her friend. He's a man. He's supposed to do that. You know, who told you I'm supposed to hold the door open for you? You told me. Y'all tell us all the time y'all don't need us. So hold the door open for me. Yeah. Hold the door open for me. Since you don't need me, hold the door open for me. And let me treat you the same way you treat me. Let you see how that really actually feels, and then I want to hear your mouth.
Mm-hmm. We shared
You see what I'm
multiple
saying?
stories, but we shared probably just in this little time between us more than 10 different stories. I shared a couple of stories just from this last week today to fucking prior shit. It's been a while back. If y'all really been rocking with the den for a long time, y'all might remember a time when Shaq Kush called in. I remember we chopped it up on this a while back. We talked about he held the door open for two females. They called him thirsty.
Yep.
They called
Me
him
too.
thirsty.
Yep.
Me too.
So Trill don't know Shaq Kush from nobody. So how the fuck that happened to him and it happened to Shaq Kush? Two people ain't never even met, barely even talk. So these are just one-off things. That's y'all. That's what y'all are. But it's our fault somehow. It's on us somehow. And I agree with Miss Meat. You were saying something about like black rapper type. A lot of them niggas feminine. They act like females too. I concur with you on that. A lot of them niggas weirdos. And I think a lot of them niggas is questionable. Right. And they display those type of traits. So I agree wholeheartedly with you, Miss Meat. You know what I'm saying? You say you're talking about new age women. Oh, it's not all new age women. It gets worse as we get more recent. But it's some. And I'm not saying you, but it's some in y'all generation. It's some prior to that. Because where did they learn these behaviors? Who taught them this behavior? It wasn't no man taught them these behaviors. If they did, they'd have a lot more respect towards men. See, we already know about the numbers of the daddies who are and are not in home. So it obviously ain't men teach them this. Who's teaching them how to act like this? It's big mama, grandma, they mamas, or they see how they mamas act with all this other behavior. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Miss Tenny. You're absolutely right. I should have let her hit it in the face. But that's what I'm saying, dog. Like, but then we sitting here telling our side. But as soon as men, like, this is why they got the issue with KS. Because as soon as men start being honest and start telling the truth and start actually speaking about it, oh, who hurt you? Oh, you this, you angry, and you all this. But you sit here and vent. Y'all been venting for years, decades, all this other shit, and it's a whole different thing. Oh, I understand. I got your back, sis. You tell it. You know, it's like. It don't make no fucking sense. Y'all can't stand to correct yourselves. Y'all cannot stand accountability. It's like acid. When motherfuckers start giving you a little bit of it, it's like it starts tearing away at your flesh. Y'all, who's the motherfucker? Wicked Witch of the West? Who the one that got the water poured on them starting? Melting. That's how y'all be fucking acting, bro. Like what the fuck? All of y'all. And here's the thing. If it don't apply, let it fly. Because any black woman who doesn't act like this ain't mad at what I'm saying right now. Ain't mad at all. They, you know what, Honcho, you spitting facts, or hey, I'm not behaving like that, but I've seen it, so whatever it is. So any black woman who knows, they not responding to that. They understand. We are men sharing our fucking stories. I've never met Man Up. I've never met Trill. We all happen to have origins in Texas. It ain't just happening in Houston. Trill all over the place. Man Up in another fucking state. Ain't been here in a while. Like, so these aren't things happening in one location. You know what I mean? And so... like, I hate when it's always y'all try to do this. We speak in generalities, then it start going to individualism and oh, well, it must be you and it's like, why can't you just say, hey, yeah, it is a situation. You've heard 1,000 stories. I guess 1,000 random niggas just had these issues. Accountability is kryptonite to y'all.
You know what we need to do, Honcho?
What's that?
This is what we need to do. Walk around with a video camera on. Get one of those hats where you can put your phone and record all day.
Mm-hmm. No, like a GoPro.
So that way they can't say that we made something up.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, again, I was in the Discord with my audio on, so whoever was in, they heard me. Like, because I be in that motherfucker talking all kinds of shit, but they heard me like, what the fuck? Like, again, so, but I'm not making no fucking stories up. Like, trust me, I can get on here and I can be real callous, bro, and I can say a whole lot of off-the-wall shit. But in reality, and I talk a lot of shit, I'm a person that'll go out of my way to help somebody to do things. Like I said, I was always raised, I'm a kind person if I fuck with you. Right. And I'm kind to strangers too. But, you know, if we haven't established issue, we got some beef, then, you know, that's a whole different thing. Let's not even talk about that. But if I don't know you, I ain't got no beef, I ain't got no ill will towards you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hold open doors. I'll help old people with shit like just little simple shit that common decency people do. But now all of a sudden I'm an angry black man because I felt like I was disrespected. I'm obviously inconvenienced if I'm off balance trying to fucking hold a fucking... You see that shit. That's a noticeable thing. You're walking directly past me. You see the shit. Hey, I appreciate the fact that you inconvenienced yourself to make it easier on me. Thank you. You ain't even have to say all that. All you have to say is thank you. That's what that means. You inconvenienced yourself to make my life more convenient, even if just for a moment. Even if I'll never see you again. But in this moment, hey, my life's a little bit easier. Hey, I appreciate that. Motherfuckers hold the door open for me, you know what I say? Thank you. You know, if people do nice things for me, you know what I say? Thank you. I appreciate that. 2 words, 3 words. How hard is that? How hard is that? I don't understand. And y'all justify the shit. Day in and day, I'm trying to justify the shit like the shit only makes sense to you. Not to the rest of the world. Nobody else in the rest of the fucking world. The terrorists don't behave like this. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Terrorists don't say what's going to happen. They're going to get blown up. They don't act like that. And y'all justify this shit. And again, like we said, if it was a man, well, hey, Potter, you're going to have to come see me outside real quick. Let me come holler at you. Y'all don't have to fear that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell y'all why. Because I'm finna segue. This is actually the perfect segue. Because there was a topic we were going to talk about a little bit. I was trying to debate, right? And I'm going to show y'all this. Shout out to Jaja. Because he shared this video earlier. Let me pull it up. Let me find it. Because this is what I'm talking about. Here it is. Right? Is this it? Right under this. Hold on. Let me find it. But like I said, this is what I'm talking about because it's an incident a man and a woman had earlier today, or might have been yesterday. But basically, here it is. All right. I'm glad. Let me pull this up. Let me pull the actual thing up. And right here. I'm going to give y'all some play-by-play as to what's going on. This is what we talk about when we talk about women and their behaviors, and y'all are not being held accountable. This ain't even a black woman. This is women, period, because it transgresses into, it's getting to where it's getting into other races too. But this is what we talk about as men as a whole and dealing with women and their issues and the bias that y'all get. This is proof that y'all don't receive the same level of intensity from life that we do. Right here. This is an accident, right, that took place.
Oh, I seen this earlier.
Mm-hmm. She spit
I don't
on
say
that.
what happened.
She just spit on that man. I'm going to get play-by-play so you can see what's going on. So this man got out.
I seen that earlier.
Returned the favor. He spit back on her. Now watch this man and watch this woman. Tell me who the aggressor is in this situation. Who's swinging, who's actually hitting, and who's restraining. Who's the aggressor? That's all I'm saying. Watch it. You see it with your own eyes. Who's hitting, who's restraining, who's retreating. And I'll let you see it again. She spits in this man's car. Now she tried to cut him off in lane. When we talk about those people who try to like merge at the last minute, she tried to cut him off in his fucking spot. She felt entitled to it that he should have let her get over. She ran into him, gets mad, and goes and spits on this man. I told y'all earlier in the Discord, you spit on me, I'm trying to put you under the ground. Spitting is the lowest form. That's human excrement. You spit in the toilet, you spit on the ground, you spit wherever else. That's fucking foul. That's shit you're trying to remove from your body. You know what I'm saying? To me, you spit on me, that's telling me you think I'm lower than fucking dirt, you think I'm fucking scum, you think I'm fucking trash. Yeah, okay, well, I'm gonna feel the same way about you, and I'm finna try to put you under. If you wanna see me get hot, and you wanna see me push somebody to the brink, spit on me. And I guarantee you're gonna get a fucking show. So, again, both of those people got charges. Who do you think got the more significant charges?
He did.
Absolutely.
I can tell you that right now. Because I seen that video earlier today, as a matter of fact. Mm-hmm. Oh, my God. Man, I'm glad you brought that. Actually, me and my wife were watching it when she got home from work today. Mm-hmm. We were watching that. She
got a simple assault charge. He got assault on a woman, even though the woman was clearly the aggressor. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And he got something about the cell phone, another charge. So he got more significant charge, even though she escalated this situation.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, again, and he was polite, because that was a woman. I'm going to be straight up with you. I can't promise you if it's female spit on me, then I'm going to like, spit is spit. I don't care where it's coming from. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not keen on that shit. So he's better than me. I'm going to tell him he's way better than me, because all he did was went to go return the favor. And you saw how she acts. She could dish it, but she couldn't fucking take it.
That's what I say all the time, too. Women cannot take what they dish out. They cannot.
Again, it's a very unfortunate situation.
I would have had to show her my underground degree from CPHU. Choked that whole university. Oh, yeah. I would have showed her my degree, bro. Real quick. You don't spit on me, man.
Mm-mm. No, that's the ultimate form of disrespect. I think you're lower than scum. I ain't never seen a person spit on a dog, nigga. So you ain't finna fucking spit on me.
I'd rather get called a nigga.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Honcho, you saying the same exact words my wife said earlier when we watched that video. I watched it earlier today.
Yeah.
You saying the same exact thing.
Yeah.
I would have to put these hands on them. They gonna get these hands.
Yeah.
Look, at the end of the day, man, there's been so many different instances where the man. That's why I've said this. I even said it to my wife. I say this all the time. I said that to you, gentlemen. I said this earlier, not too long ago. We as men are now going to have to wear some kind of body camera like the police. It records 24/7, non-stop, and to prove our innocence. And shit like that is what it is that I'm talking about. How do he get the more charge when she was the aggressor and started it? It kind of reminds me of the Bow Wow situation when he got his ass whooped by his girlfriend. And the police gonna sit here and say they can't determine who's the aggressor. This motherfucker was scratched up like a damn tiger just got a hold of him, and she had no marks on him. How did Bow Wow go to jail? Please explain that shit to me.
Yeah. In the same situation.
Please tell me how you cannot determine who was the aggressor.
Same situation with that other rapper. Like, they tried to cut the video to make it look like he was doing it when it was old gal, Sweetie or whatever. She started the situation. But they cut it a certain way to make it look like he was the one. They cut about 4 or 5 seconds off the video to make it look, oh, it's just like these narratives. Like, it's time to say, like, if you want equality, if you want to be treated fairly, and again, it'll never be that way because men it's not in us to treat you the way that we treat one another. Like, y'all think y'all get it when a man, like, sometimes we'll, and it's been said, like, even in the Discord, there's been times that it's gotten a little stern, if you will.
Testy.
Yeah. But in reality, there hasn't been a woman in the Discord that's been treated like some of the conversations we've had amongst ourselves when the shit has gotten serious. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's a different level. Like I said the other day, me and Trill were having a whole conversation, and we didn't think nothing of it. Somebody like, oh, y'all gotta stop arguing. Y'all, I don't like when y'all. We're like, we're not. What are you talking about? We're not arguing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just vehement about our opinions. It's not an argument. You know what I mean? And so that's why I say, like, and if y'all, that's why we're trying to say it's a different level. And when men get to that point, it's completely different. 99% of the time, we handle y'all at a lower degree because we understand the advantages that there are physically being a man, the emotional aspects of this stuff and all that. So it's a lot of times.
No, call it fair, Honcho. Call it fair. We have to handle y'all like children.
Yeah.
There's no other way around it.
Yeah.
We can't even tell you the straight up truth and you're an adult.
Yeah.
We have to find a way to slightly lie to you just to consider your fucking feelings. Fuck your feelings.
Yeah.
You're an adult. Deal with shit. You passed that children stage. Right. But then once you recognize we treating you like children, then you mad about that. What the fuck you want?
Damn. Honcho, Trill, when you said that, you know, that reminded me of, I think you was the one who sent me that article about them, I think it was like 5 different women that transgender from women to men, and they was talking about their experiences, the same kind of experiences they would go through as a woman versus a man. Totally different. All 5 of them said, wow, men do get treated way worse. All 5 of them. They're the same individual, same person, but because now they are viewed as men, they get treated way different.
I remember that story. I remember one of them talking about nobody listened to her opinions anymore. Like she said, when I was a woman, people would, you know, be quiet and let me talk and all that. But when I was a man, like, my opinions were disregarded. And one of them was white. She was like, then they started talking about, you know, white male privilege. And she's, you know, I'm getting blamed for that. And I'm, you know, I didn't have nothing to do with that. And just talking about how, you know, it just the various treatment, how much sterner motherfuckers treat. It wasn't about, nobody gave a fuck about her emotions, how she felt about this, how she felt about that. Like, niggas don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? More likely to get treated rougher by the police. It was another one I think Black was talking about. Like, so, again, and it's like, y'all don't understand. We try to tell y'all, and I get it because it's truthful from your perspective. But sometimes you got to hear the other side. Like, when somebody's trying to tell you something, at least hear them out and try to understand. Because a lot of times y'all don't want to do that. And again, like I say, from y'all's perspective, it is what it is. But in reality, like, y'all don't. Y'all come across them hoe ass niggas that didn't learn, that probably was raised by a single mom. Not all niggas raised by a single mom beat women. But you had them hoe ass niggas who will put their hands on you and deal. And so you may feel like, oh, well, that's, and say, yeah, I have. Now, you dealt with a bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? You dealt with like that's not a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, because there's no real situation where a man has to beat on her. She spit on me. Like, she spit on me. That's cat. You spit on me, bitch. You get what you get. But especially like if you're in a relationship or somebody who should be a person who's caring and protecting for you, that person is never going to treat you like that. You'll never see that side of them. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we try to explain, and that's what we try to get. And it's like that gets dismissed because y'all figure y'all got it. We tell shit like this. Like I said, we're telling this side of the story. Hey, as men, this is how we're treated. Oh, y'all are angry men. Y'all must be mad. Oh, that's kind of lame. Well, bitch, you lame. You're lame if you do that. You're the lame one. Do you not see that? I did everything right. That makes you the lame. But no, somehow I'm lame. People who were raised that way normally do it and open the door. That's exactly what I did, right? I'm destroying that. It would have been different. I almost would have been different if she wouldn't even made like eye contact or looked at me and would have just went straight. But the fact that you looked at me lets me know you acknowledge and see the fucking situation I'm in and you don't say shit. You know what I'm saying? It could have been different. But when it's that point, when you've made a couple of seconds of eye, you look at it, I expect you to say something. You know what I mean? Because what happened to a nigga on the street if you staring at a nigga? Any one of these gentlemen said, this ain't no pre-show conversation that we had. Oh, let's talk about this. What happens if you man up or trio or going somewhere random and staring at a nigga for even just a few seconds, 3-4 seconds? What's gonna happen?
The fuck you looking at?
Yeah, motherfucker think we're trying to do something.
Yeah, what you
like Major Payne, you're eyeballing me. Your eyeballing me make me think you're planning on me.
The bar is so much lower for them. They can get away with so much more stuff, but yet they push the fucking envelope. I never understood that shit. See, let me say this. I'm gonna say this too. I had a problem with the Ray Rice thing, and I still do. Right? Everybody's up, he ain't supposed to hit her like that, and all this other stuff, you know, and all this other shit. I'm like, this is the part that really makes no fucking sense. She knew what the fuck he was when she met him. She knew he was a fucking football player. This man's job is to literally run into other men for a fucking living. And not just any men. Some of the most biggest, strongest, fastest, athletic men on the fucking planet. And he does it successfully on a weekly basis. And that's part of what attracted her to him. So why the fuck would she piss him off, knowing that she's nowhere equal to those men that he dominate on a weekly basis, which is what he's getting paid millions for? Why would she initiate that shit from him, knowing goddamn well she cannot physically handle him, when grown men can't physically handle him? Make that make sense. Ladies, it's best if you just stay in your goddamn place. You don't want these problems. You don't want men to start treating you like we treat men. You don't want that. I'm telling you, you don't want it. It will not work out in your favor. Just don't do it. It's not wise. It's very detrimental to your health. Very. It's
Trill.
I'm gonna stop right there.
Trill, you know, at the end of that, she came out. She even said that she knew this. She said, I was wrong. I shouldn't have said what I said, and this wouldn't have happened. Those words ought to hurt my.
It's not what she said. If you look at the shit in the elevator, she was in one corner. He was kind of in the middle. She said something, and she started walking toward him. He stepped back. When he punched her, he was standing back. He was walking backward. He didn't lean into it. He didn't go up there and be the aggressor. No. She came at him, swinging at him, and he caught her ass with one. You just got a piece of what he's capable of. All that strength and shit that he had inside is what attracted you to him. So he can help defend you. But yet you want to try to turn him again. Why? That don't make any logical sense. It's like you getting a fucking tiger, you raising that motherfucker, feeding that motherfucker, training that motherfucker. Then one day you just decide to walk up on it and slap that motherfucker in the face. He gonna rip your asshole out. But it's okay because that's a tiger. We animals too. Stop. Y'all just got to stop the nonsense.
And now I don't want anybody here to think we're condoning beating. Because, matter of fact, we was in the Discord the other day. We shared a video that I think all of us found extremely disturbing.
That was nuts.
And shout out to Beyond the Funny Nigga for sharing it. And it was a gentleman. I don't know what it was and what was happening. But she was saying some shit, and he walked up from behind and he clocked her. He clocked the fuck out of her. You know what I'm saying? And that shit was, I've never seen a motherfucker get hit like that, dog. And it was, I mean, I don't have the words to really truly explain it. But like we sat here and it was all men in there. And how did we discuss it? We shit on that nigga. Like, I'd have to beat that nigga out. I'd have to fuck, like, it wasn't no, just, well, maybe, you know.
Nah, bro.
He just shoulda, coulda, woulda. Like,
nah.
and that's what we're saying. Because every time we talk about situations and we say, well, hey, this is where black women went wrong in this situation. The topic is black women. Then it comes with, here comes somebody with a well, and like just tries to spit it into a whole nother conversation, into a whole nother narrative. And we talk about, and people say, oh, well, y'all don't talk about black men enough in there. Y'all don't do, well, we do. We do all the fucking time. But there's no disagreement on those subjects, so it's not memorable. There's no conflict. Yep. There's no drama. If y'all post something and say, hey, it's a hoe ass nigga, this dude, and we say, oh, that bitch ass nigga, yeah, he's a hoe. You know, all right, well, I couldn't fuck, I'd have to beat that nigga ass. Or, ooh, if my sister was fucking like that, I'd kill it over there. Or some shit like that. Like, it's never a situation in there where a nigga does something egregious and wrong, and you see men jump through hoops and hurdles to try to validate, well, it's a possible reason that he, and like, no. Wrong is wrong, period. Don't matter the race, don't matter the sex, don't matter the nationality, like, none of that matters. But yet, when it comes to the dealing with the overwhelming majority of black women, if they see another black woman in a position where she looks weak or feels like she is being chastised or something like that, all of a sudden, everybody else is in the wrong. It ain't even got to just be black men. It could be anybody else in the fucking vicinity. Everybody else is in the wrong but her. Maybe she's a likable person. Huh?
Oh, my bad. I just done.
I
did a video like that not too long ago where I was sent this picture where this woman posted talking about, he may beat me till I vomit blood and pass out, but at least I got a man. And I was going in on that dude.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah, I'm going in on that dude. I said, look, I think she's suffering from low self-esteem, but that's basically all I said about her. I said, this dude is not no man. That's a little boy. Don't know how to be a man. I mean, I just went off on him. You know what I'm saying? And you don't believe me, you can watch that video. It's on YouTube. You can watch it.
Yeah, but come on, man. That bitch stupid too. Not only is she getting her ass whipped, but she bragging about it. What the fuck? True.
She is stupid. That's why I said I went in on her just a tad. But I'm also going on him.
Well, that's what she like. Let the nigga keep whooping her ass. Then let them do what they want to do. That's no.
But at the end of the day, Honcho is right. Men do not sit here and justify other men. We will more than likely we will hear your story. You know what I'm saying? We will hear your story, and then we'll give our opinion. But when it comes to women, they will always try to find some kind of way to say that everybody else is wrong. You right. Everybody else on earth is wrong. The billions and trillions of people on earth is wrong. You're the only one on earth is right.
You know what?
We've all experienced this shit.
The only time they will do it is if a female do something to a kid. If they do something to a man, they don't give a shit.
Yeah, I give you that.
It has to be a black child. Because there was a situation where there was a daycare situation, and one of the daycare workers, I think the little black child and the little white child got into it. The little daycare worker snatched the little white kid up and was hulling him, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like, snatching him up all crazy by the arm, kind of roughing him up, doing all kind of shit. And people just, well, he shouldn't have done the other little kid. Okay, yeah, he shouldn't have, but you're the grown-up in the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't validate your fucking actions. But people were like, black women trying to drive, well, yeah, if he'd have done that to my kid, I'd have done that to him. That doesn't justify an adult behaving like this. That kid is, somebody's paying for that child to be supervised. So if that was able to happen, obviously you're doing a piss poor job of supervision that was even allowed to happen. And now you mad and you snatch another little kid up and treating him any kind of way because you see black kid, white kid, and that's just the initial response. All of that shit is ignorant. You know what I'm saying? That shit is, there's no justification, there's no validation for that shit. But every day, like I say, time and time again, we put stories, we share stories, we talk about shit. The shit is continually justified. Like I just said, you've seen somebody come in here justifying a black woman she don't even know, trying to find a reason. Well, maybe it's men that raised this, and then like all this dumb stuff that don't make no fucking. You don't even know this motherfucker. Like in reality, what if I made the story up and you backing up some made up motherfucker, right? Like that makes sense to you. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Don't know nothing. Came in here emotional. Didn't hear none of the shit we were talking about. Catches a piece of it and it feels like their opinion is validated in saying what you're saying. And when you do nothing, it makes you sound ignorant because you're responding emotionally. You know what I'm saying? But who am I? I'm just a man. I'm a black man, so my opinion doesn't matter. I'm just supposed to sit here and take it.
Fuck that. I ain't taking shit.
You
I'm gonna give you what you give me. Plain and simple.
Exactly.
Curse me, I'm gonna curse you. If I don't care who you are or anything. I'll give you what you give me. Plain and simple. That's just how it's gonna work. If you want to be treated with respect, treat me with respect. If you don't want me to hit you, don't hit me. I'm not saying I go around hitting women because that's not true. But keep your hands to yourself. My mom knows what I just said. My mom, who is a female, always told me, and my sister told me, never let a woman put their hands up. Correct. Never. So I don't want to hear none of that nonsense. I'm gonna treat you how you treat me. That's just how it's gonna go down. How it's gonna go down. If you don't want to be cursed out, don't curse me out. We can talk like adults. If we having some kind of issue, hey, I didn't like the way you did that there. Oh, what do you mean? What did I do? Whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? Don't come out. Hey, you did that. I'm gonna get loud and rowdy with you too. That's just how it's gonna go. Plain and simple in the discussion. You can call me emotional. You can say I was raised by an angry black woman all you want. You can say whatever the hell you want to say. Yo, freedom of speech, like we said earlier, how we started this. You can say what you want to say. But like you just said, Honcho, if you spit on me, I don't give a damn if you male or female. You're gonna get these hands. Because that is something you just do not do. You could talk to me with some sense and some dignity. You know what I'm saying? You call yourself an adult, act like one. That's just how it's gonna go down.
There's my deal. Oh, y'all had timed her out? Okay. Like I said,
here's another thing. I like to make this point too, right?
Okay.
When I do go home, which ain't very often, right? Mm-hmm. I frequent places with my T. Jones, my mom. Mm-hmm. We go places and I hold the door open for her. Right. Now, this is the woman who owed me less than any other woman on this planet. Correct. I owe her everything. Correct. So she owed me the least. Correct. But she will say thank you every single time. I don't get it.
Well, a lot of y'all, and then we talk about the single mom thing. And again, I was raised by a single mom. Trill, single mom. Yep. Up, single mom. But yet, and here's the crazy thing about it, because we can also talk about men who are in the same situations that we are, and point it out without emotion. Yep. Without saying, oh, well, I was born from a single mom, but, etc. We can sit here and honestly explain the problems. Well, this is this. I kind of experienced this myself, but because I had a male mentor, or because I had, this here, I was on this path or on that path. So it's like, we don't, it's not taking the shit personally. It's not getting caught up. But like he said, his mom says thank you every time. My mom was a polite woman, so that's why I say when I get on here and I say the shit I say about black women, and they're like, your mama's not like you. So I don't care what you say. My mama's nothing like you. So you can say what you want to say. I ain't never seen my mom put a weave in her head a day in her life. You know what I'm saying? She ain't got no tattoos. She ain't, you know what I'm saying? She's not obese. She's not rude. You know what I'm saying? She's none of these things that we talk about that the average black woman has to deal with. You know what I'm saying?
I told this story plenty of time, man. When my dad died, my dad died when I was 6 years old. Mm-hmm. I told the story plenty of times to y'all. Mm-hmm. I've said it again. Speaking on what you just said, your mom never put weave in her head. Mm-hmm. My mom, when my dad died, she got on her grind, took care of her kids until we all got out the damn house. Mm-hmm. Work 16, 18, 20 hours a day. Mm-hmm. Kroger's Bakery over there off of I-10 West in Houston. Mm-hmm. Worked our ass off every single day to keep the lights on, keep a roof over our head. Now, one single time was she on government assistance. She said, "Damn, beg anybody for money." She worked. And now, as an adult, I see that. I understand it. Yeah, my mom was. I'm not saying it by Trill and Honcho. I know everybody's situation is different, but my mom was a single mom because my dad died of cancer. So what I'm saying? And my mom didn't make not one single excuse. Didn't bring no other man into the house. No, of course, yeah, she had boyfriends, of course, but she didn't bring no other man to the house to try to be that father figure for me or nothing. She did what she's supposed to do as a parent. How come we don't see that shit today?
I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. You know what I used to want? Oh, this is some whole ass shit. I used to want my mama to have I wish my mama would date a whole ass nigga just so I could whoop his ass, nigga. Like on some problem, just a bad kid shit. Now my mama ever dated, I beat the brakes off one of these old bitch ass. But she ain't, she wasn't that caliber woman, so she ain't ever deal with no person like that. So it wasn't never no situation like that. So that never occurred. You know what I mean? But here we go. But I got one more.
It's a little different for me.
Okay.
My mama dated a few hoe ass niggas, and one of them to this day, I swear before God, if I ever see this nigga in real life,
yeah,
I'm a contradict myself from what I said earlier. Even if this nigga is 77, I'm knocking this nigga the fuck out.
Oh, you got what's that shit? Grandfather clause. You know that shit grandfather in.
Yeah,
because
it was a lot of shit, bro.
But see, that's the thing, though, man. Like I said, and you notice in the chat, because I'm reading the chat too, I haven't got not one answer. How come they can't do that shit today? Get on their grind, forget government assistance, don't make no excuses, make it happen. My mom did it.
Man,
so
we was talking about it
in the chat.
She
did it? Because that's her fucking job. That's what she was supposed to do. So
but
why should it? No, hold on. But see, she didn't complain.
But they're not answering my question. How come it can't be done today?
No, because see, they also understand that the caliber of women was on a whole nother level back in them days. These women don't hold themselves to the same standard. All they think they got to bring is some pussy. When pussy is standard on all you motherfuckers. It's not special. It's yours, but it ain't special.
But it ain't special. It ain't special.
Because I don't just want yours. I want hers and hers down the street.
I can't say that. My wife is watching, so I can't say that.
shout out to Woman Up.
Just plead the fifth, man.
Just I can't even do that.
You know that nigga
do that. I'm just saying nope.
You know that nigga trill nigga. I can't control that nigga. That nigga just be saying shit. Nah, but shout out to Atlantean. I agree, Atlantean, and the same thing. You know what? I'm 36. I can count on one hand, and that's including my dad and shit. Pictures I seen with her ex-husband before I even existed. You feel me? Like, so that tell you what that is. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't see that nowadays. Shit, these days, your average bitch run through 5 niggas in a week. You know what I'm saying? She got a nigga for every day of the weekday. You know what I'm saying? So the nigga she liked the most get the weekend. You know what I'm saying? He get 2 days. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else got a day in a week. You know what I'm saying? You got the nigga that come fix shit. You got the nigga that pay the bills. You got the nigga that you can probably go, if times get bad, he gonna come in and swoop in and save you, or you need a ride somewhere or whatever. Like
the foodie call.
Yeah, the foodie call.
Yep, the foodie call. Yep.
You know what I mean?
That's the thing.
And so they
even got the babysitter, all that.
Yeah, and you got.
Oh yeah,
the babysitter. And like you got.
I've seen that stuff these days. And like I said, my mom didn't make those excuses. She got on her grind, did her thing. You know what I'm saying? So, so like I said, I'm still waiting for some answers.
I'm gonna drop this one last thing, and I want to know y'all's thoughts on it, and we're gonna get ready to wrap it up. And then for those of y'all, I'm gonna get with some of the dead folk tonight. We're gonna be playing some Dead by Daylight. Probably hop on Twitch with that one. So if y'all fuck with it, make sure you follow on Twitch, whatever it is, twitch.tv/Honcho Saucy. If you're in the Discord, I'm gonna put the link up there. If you're not in the Discord, we had these conversations all day long. It's just like this all day long. So if you want to be a part of that, I'll drop the link in here after this. But we're talking about customer service. We're kind of talking about black women. We're kind of talking about work. We're talking about employment and stuff like that. Did y'all see the video? And this is an interesting one for me, so I'm gonna put it out there like this. There was a video here in Houston. Cop was trying to arrest a man. He was struggling trying to arrest the man.
Yes.
Black woman, security guard, right? Pulls her phone out and starts recording. He's asking the woman, "Help me, help me, help me." She just sits there and records it. Now, technically, this isn't her job. She's not on the clock. She was at a gas station or something like that. She got fired after this video came out. Do you think that was the right decision?
For her to get fired?
Yeah, for not helping that law enforcement. Instead of helping, she's sitting there recording. And she was in uniform. In her security guard uniform.
She's, as a former security guard myself, as a security guard, you're not supposed to get involved in this stuff. As a security guard, your job is to observe and report.
Okay. And report, yep. Okay.
That's all a security guard is supposed to do. You're not supposed to do anything but be seen, observe, and report. So yeah, they were wrong for firing him.
Okay.
But as a man, I would help him.
Yeah.
Job be damned.
Yeah. No, because there was another dude that actually I think was out there trying to help him. Now, I don't know. Now, is there a difference if you're commissioned versus non-commissioned?
Nope. Because I was commissioned.
Okay.
So nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
Your job is just to be seen and observe and report. That's it. Okay. Now, the only difference is with a commission is that if some shit was to go down, you still cannot pull your gun out the holster. This is the law, especially in Texas. I know this. This is the law. A security guard cannot pull his gun out the holster. If you do, you have to kill the person that you know that you are shooting at. That's the law. If you do not even kill that person, you can go to jail. Like just say I shoot you in your leg, you coming at me and I just shoot you in your leg. I'm on duty security guard. Wherever I'm at, I just shoot you in your leg. I can go to jail because the law is very strict for security guards.
Okay. Well, like I said, I found that to be very interesting. Like I said, my thing though, I think what I found annoying about it is, no, I don't expect her to help out. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, if she's not on the job, she's not on the clock, regardless of, what it looked like, or if he thought she might have been another officer in the heat of the moment, whatever it may have been. But the fact that you pulling your phone out and sitting there trying to record some shit instead of maybe seeing if you can call for more help or to
get some help.
This, like you said, observe and report. So obviously she's observing, but she's not reporting. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a high intensity situation and she's just sitting there recording like any other normal civilian. And that's some shit I hate. That's where we've gotten fucked these days. And I'm saying this myself when I almost seen that pedophile get shot at Jack in the Box. I should have pulled my phone out because I was hoping they was gonna shoot that nigga. But we don't help motherfuckers anymore. We just rather watch people fucking suffer. Motherfuckers be falling in the train tracks in New York and all these other motherfuckers start pulling their phone out instead of saying, hey, I got plenty of time to jump down and help to get this person up before a fucking train comes. I'm just gonna pull my phone out and record for 2 minutes, hope they don't get hit. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. And I think, like I say, that was an odd situation, but I think it's unfortunate that she lost her job, but she kind of probably handled it better. I don't think, I don't find her completely at fault for that, but for her to get fired,
I got to see the video to actually, give my opinion, but as a security guard, that's what you're supposed to do. So I did not see the video, so I can't give a full opinion. So I was just speaking on my personal experience as a former security guard and what you also, and you said it was in Houston, so I know, in Texas what the law is because of that.
Yes. Okay. All right. Well, fellas, any other thoughts? Any other feelings? I appreciate the love, Savage Donald Trump. Saying Connecticut, you're obligated to help officers if ordered. What they're doing now, I saw actually in New York, I think, they're saying that they're actually going to pay people. So if you are like helping the officers, I think they said like up to $500 or something like that for people who help officers out in the, I guess in the apprehension of a criminal or some shit like that. Which is interesting to see how people are going to respond to that. But here we are. Here's what it is. But like I said, if you guys got anything you want to add before we get ready to wrap it up, anything that's on your minds, fellas?
Hey, John, I want to say thank you once again. Notice I said thank you for having me on. We're gonna do this again one day real soon. Right now, I gotta get on up there to Mrs. Man up.
Okay, all right, I appreciate it.
I got something to say. Since we speaking on black business, there's a certain business in the Katy area. Ran by a brother who ain't got no goddamn ribs. I don't understand how the fuck you sell ribs, but all of a sudden you can't procure no ribs. You don't cook no ribs. We waiting for a whole year to try your shit to support your goddamn business. You be at these fucking wineries and all this other shit, but your ass ain't open. Roderick, I'm calling your ass out. You need to get your ass up in the morning, fire that motherfucking pit, slather them goddamn ribs, and get your ass out there and make some money. I'm tired of this shit. Motherfucker.
Damn, is it like that?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like that. And I ain't the only one.
Oh yeah, we've been talking about this for a while. We starting a foundation. You know what I'm saying? The niggas who mad at this particular nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This nigga got time to go to the East Coast, to the West Coast. He trying to get put on with the set. This nigga rocking Timberlands in the middle of Times Square and shit. This nigga don't want to make no goddamn ribs. You should be ashamed of yourself. And Mars, please don't time anybody out unless they out there spamming or, yeah, as long as they spamming. Please don't time anybody out. Yeah, but other than that, yeah, that nigga's a terrible nigga. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that,
wow.
And we just Broderick Brooks, that's his name. So if y'all looking for it, Broderick Brooks.
Yeah, Brother Brooks.
Put it out there.
And, yeah. And he ain't even been holding church in the damn Discord. I made the nigga a whole room so they could have just look at all the people who've been wanting to have a conversation, talking about this new brother said we was gonna have the Bible study conversation, we was gonna have a whatchamacallit conversation. And
that's because he know the Lord don't like ugly, and he's an ugly motherfucker. There you go, right there.
Damn.
That's terrible.
What the fuck? Wow, y'all.
Yeah. I don't care if he ain't here to defend himself, because when he pull up in the Discord, he gonna hear the same shit. So ain't nobody worried about that nigga. But here's the deal, man. Like I said, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I'll say special shout out to Mr. Man Up, man. Always appreciate you being able to follow through. I appreciate the super chat love, Miss Sarah Lou, the lovely Miss Sarah Lou. And shout out to Trill, wherever you are in the world right now, brother, man. Stay safe. I appreciate you taking the time to join us this evening, man. So thank you to both of you gentlemen. Shout out to everybody who is in the chat, man. I appreciate all of y'all who have shared your thoughts and opinions, onto this evening's topic. Again, let me get the Discord link for those of you who may need it. And shout out to Woman Up if she's watching. You got yourself a good one, man. You got you a good dude. Don't let that nigga go nowhere. Ain't too many more built like him. I
Appreciate that.
He better. He
Yeah, we're gonna have to have a conversation with Broderick, wife. Yeah, he's slipping. Got to get that brother back on the right course. He ain't doing what he's supposed to be doing.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. That's how you get shit done. No, you got to talk to the missus. If we really want some ribs, that's what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to circumvent Broderick. Talk to Mrs. Look, Mrs. Brooks. We really. Are trying to support your husband in his business venture. We know that income will come into your home, increase your standard of living. Can you get the nigga to make ribs again? We want some of these Wingstop ass ribs that this nigga supposedly made. You know what I'm saying? I had to start a second savings account just so I can afford to buy some of these ribs, my nigga. And I can't even get them hoes. I've been waiting. You know what I'm saying? Damn, my nigga, can we get something? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that is funny. You did almost get that nigga Broderick over there wandering around buying Lucci and other random shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Here is the link. Yeah, put y'all in general population. Y'all know how this shit go. Y'all are funny. All right, let me make sure. It'll last for an hour after the stream, so if you're going to use the link, use it. Only got 10 clicks, so if you ain't one of the first 10 to hit this link, then you will not be able to get in the Discord tonight. You will not be able to be a part of the conversation this evening. So if you're already in there, well, you already know how it goes. If you're new and you want to be invited, make sure y'all do that. So with that being said, we're trying to produce, man. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. And again, like I said, probably in about a little bit, we'll be on Twitch, Honcho Saucy, and we will be playing some Dead by Daylight with the Den folk. That should be very interesting. That's always a good time. With that being said, we're trying to produce. Y'all be cool.
Hold on. No. You're going to end it the old way.
What's that?
You ain't got to go home.
Oh, man, that's what it went on. Because, I took that hiatus for so long, I forgot. I was trying to remember what it was. Yeah, like y'all ain't got to go home. No, yes. And I'm politely inviting y'all to the after party, copyrighted by Mr. Man Up. Politely inviting y'all to the after party if y'all want to continue the conversation. But y'all finna get the fuck up out this bitch, because we just gave y'all 2 hours of good shit, and y'all know y'all was fucking with it. So y'all guys to get the fuck up out of here. Shout out Man Up, shout out Trill, shout out Dear Folk. We fucks with y'all. Get y'all ass in the Discord. Don't meet us there, beat us there. Until then, until next time, we out.